Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers, so if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, for the longest, it's been a running rumor that there's been tension between Lil Durk and Chief Keef. And aside from the tension that's noticeable between them, fans have put these two against each other on their own by comparing the two for years. Some people feel that Durk is better than Chief Keef and vice versa. Some feel Durk is bigger in Chicago than Chief Keef and vice versa. And some say that when it comes to Chicago, Chief Keef is a legend and vice versa. Now, when it comes to that conversation, as y'all know, I'ma always lean more towards Chief Keef. Reason being is that whether Keef drops every couple months or so, or even if you feel that he may have fell off, at the end of the day, Chief Keef's name will always be etched in stone when it comes to the drill culture, because the only reason people outside of Chicago know about the drill culture is because of Chief Keef. No matter what anybody want to say, you can't take that from him, right? Now, not to mention, Chief Keef in his prime was a problem. You got songs like 300, I Don't Like, Understand Me, Hate Being Sober. These are all songs that took Chief Keef's career off in the beginning and started the way for Chicago drill culture when it comes to people gravitating to it outside of Chicago. Now, I say that because don't get it mistaken, Chief Keef is not the inventor of drill music. I forgot the guy's name from Chicago who actually started the whole drill movement. If y'all know, leave his name in the comments below. However, Chief Keef have made it popular to outsiders of Chicago. Now, despite Chief Keef and Durk not publicly admitting that it's a little tension between the two, they always seem to send sneak disses to each other in songs or in social media posts. Now, if y'all know anything about guys in Chicago, they barely say each other's name when addressing each other or sneak dissing, but they make it so obvious who they're referring to, whereas it's one of those cases where if you know, then you know. And if you don't, you don't. And I guess that's the point of not saying any names. But in any event, it comes out a couple days ago that an unreleased Chief Keef song called Avoid That Boy went viral on social media because it sounds like Chief Keef was throwing shots at Lil Durk, King Von, and Boss Top. At first, most people thought it was AI generated because we're living in a time where you don't know what's real. We just watched Drake make a whole AI generated song sounding like Snoop Dogg and Tupac. And to a blind eye, if you don't know any better, you probably would think that it was real. As for the song with Chief Keef, nobody really wanted to believe that Keef possibly dissed Durk publicly, because after all these years, these guys pretty much suppressed it and kept it under wraps. But most of the people thought that it wasn't real. You know, most people thought it was AI. Now, to me personally, I can't tell you whether it was or not at the time, but if I had to guess, I would say that it was Keef and not AI. Now, whether you believe it was or not, you had a few people who actually responded that's closer to people like King Von and Lil Durk, so clearly it must have some type of validity to it. Or else they wouldn't respond because they would know better than to respond to AI, right? Well, one of those people was King Von's brother, Young Bogo, and he had some interesting words for Chief Keef. In the song that was allegedly geared towards Lil Durk, Keef had a bar speaking about his bro being unalive out of town. Many of us felt he was speaking about King Von, who tragically lost his life in Atlanta back in 2020. And some others felt he was talking about money-making D-Thing, who also lost his life due to gun violence, but D-Thing was unalive in Chicago, not out of town like King Von. However, here's what King Von brother had to say. Young Bogle would take to his Instagram story to say, quote, "At Chief Keef Sosa, I got something for your B-Ab." Then in the next slide, he would say, quote, "N-word mad about his cousin, sneak dissing, making songs. P-boy, you scary. Phone took your cousin, chain, and pole." Now, if you want to see the breakdown on everything in regards to King Von's brother and Chief Keef, We already did a video on it, so I'll leave it pinned in the comments for you guys to check it out for yourselves. Now, all of this was just to highlight the fact that although some people say that it was AI generated, clearly others feel that it was Chief Keef, and I'm assuming it's based off what they know is going on behind the scenes because these people are affiliated with the same guys that was talked about. Now, it's not like just a fan or outsider responding, it's actually someone that was affiliated with Von himself, right? But aside from that, not only did King Von's brother reply, Lil Durk himself doing a quick little jab back at Chief Keef in a new unreleased song. Now, I can't play it here because of YouTube and their copyright guidelines, and I don't know if Durk probably going to upload it sometime in the future, but I'll leave a link to it in the comments as well so you guys can listen to it for yourselves. Now, before I get into what he said, let's see what Chief Keef said to warrant a response. In the song Avoid That Boy that was allegedly geared towards Durk, Keef would say, quote, "He the same N-word we sent running to the store. That's the same N-word my cousin punched up in the nose." So as a response, Lil Durk would take to his Instagram and preview a snippet of an unreleased song where the caption of the post would say, quote, "Back in 2012, they counted me out. I had to turn up a notch. Smirk emojis." Now that was even a jab at Keef, because if y'all know anything about Chief Keef, he gained huge success back in 2012 with his breakout album, Finally Rich, and that's when everything took off for him. So I don't know if Durk is saying that in 2012, they didn't want to help him or they looked past him during that time, but he mentioned 2012, which is the same year Chief Keef's career began to take off. So maybe he still feels salty about that. Maybe he feel like guys wasn't trying to help him. Who knows how he feel, but whatever feeling he feels, he mentioned 2012, and that's the same year that Chief Keef took off. Maybe Keef didn't want to give him no help. Who knows? Now the lyrics of the snippet that he posted would read, quote, "Breezy, wicked, and chanky my woes. Them not the N-words you sent to the store." So, you know, pretty much something light, not too crazy, but once again, this just proves that the unreleased song from Keef dissing King Von and Lil Durk and others is actually real. And if it wasn't, then these guys wouldn't be responding the way that they are, right? Why would they respond to an AI generated song? It's, you know, it's clear as day that they know something behind the scenes or whatever the case may be. I think it's been so long that these guys tried to hide the tension, and now it's just starting to show. You know, even Lil Reese, I've been telling y'all that Lil Reese and Lil Durk been at odds, and people say that I'm reaching. But these guys have continuously thrown all types of shade and subliminals between each other, even lately with Lil Durk stating that he need less friends and more money. Lil Reese will repost it and say, "Move." You know, in like a shady little way, pretty much saying the same thing. Like, I don't need you, I need money. I don't need any friends, I need money. So just the way you don't need friends and you need more money, I'm the same way, I don't need you. At least that's how people interpret it. But it's definitely a little shade in there. So it's the little things like that, and on top of something else him and Lamron Chubbs posted today. I'm about to drop that video after this one, so make sure y'all stay tuned so y'all can see and follow this whole little saga between Durk, Chief Keef, and Lil Reese, or whatever the case may be. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about Lil Durk and Keef subbing each other in the comments. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.